Oh shit, I have to do the introduction. Hello everyone, and welcome to Flights of Fandom. Regrettably, I will be your host this evening, and the GM who's going to be shepherding along this tale of Mass Effect. I'm Hopper. I prefer they, them pronouns, and I can be found on the interwebs at Fail Deadly, and that's with a 3 instead of an E, because I'm a bad person. And tonight, I'm going to choose somebody at random because I didn't think this far ahead to introduce themselves. Pooja.
Hello, I'm Pooja. I can be found on the internet at Pooja on Twitter and at Poojabaraki on Instagram. And you can find me here on Tuesdays and every other Friday playing a vampire. And also on the Wandering DM channel on Mondays playing class Falkenstein. And oh yeah, my pronouns are she, her. And are we talking about what we're playing? Well, as you'll read below me, I'm playing Irina Gaddis, a human biotic. That's all I have to say.
Who goes next? I'll go next. I don't want to go next.
It's funny that you say that because number 3, you go next.
Cool. I am Maddie. I have to think about that for a second. I'm just really deep into character right now. I'm Maddie. I go by she, her, or they, them pronouns. You can find me around the interwebs as Cellar Tater, like a tater tot in a cellar. And today I will be playing Aurelia Kryek, Turian Vanguard. I tried really hard to get this voice changer to work, so I hope it works.
Oh, and that's a Marcy.
Hey, it's me, Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, and I'm very excited about this game, y'all. You can normally find me around the internet under the same name, Experimental Madness, except on Twitter, where you'll find me once in a blue moon under the name Marciful. And tonight I will be playing Blip, the Vorcha engineer who loves explosions.
And last, but certainly not least in both size, stature, and general presence, for his first time playing on Flights of Fandom, Zachary.
Hey everybody, I am Zach, otherwise known as Great Zamino. I am a regular here on Manapot Studios, but I'm so glad to be joining Flights of Fandom for the Mass Effect one-shot, as I will be playing Nakmor Brack, a young Krogan, originally from Tachanka, who's found themselves on Omega, of all places.
All right. Oh, this is so fun. Anyways, for those of you that did not figure it out yet, based on the many, many hints that we've dropped in the blatant things related to the fandom, we are playing a game set in the Mass Effect universe, which is a rather stunning sci-fi series created by BioWare. And it's really good, and my internet's lagging super bad. That's so cute. Tonight we will be using a modified 5th edition system, whose very hardworking creators can be found at n7world.com, where they have it up for free for people to use because they're awesome, and we appreciate that. Yeah, so unless anybody has anything else, any other business to attend to, let's drop on in. So, the 4 of you are coming from a variety of different backgrounds, but all of you happen to be in the same UT-47 Kodiak drop shuttle, heading towards a remote ball of silica and iron about 39.5 AUs from the infamous Omega Station in the Terminus systems. Who do we see in the cargo bay of this shuttle? let's hear a little bit about what our characters look like and our affiliations.
If no one else wants to go, I will go first. You would see Aurelia Craig. She is a tall, dark-plated Turian with vivid white paint on her face. She is armored up, has a shotgun clasped firmly in her talons. She's got these bright green eyes, or I have bright green eyes, shining through her helmet. And she is ready and raring to go. Biotic energy glimmers around me as my implant fires up. And I look over at Brack and I say, "You ready to do this?"
And as she turns, there is beside her a 7'2", 430-pound monster of a Krogan, wearing black stock heavy armor, but at the same time peeking out from under the large hood making up the Krogan customized stock armor. There is a red and brown deep umber head-plated Krogan with a blossoming kind of almost pinkish scar, and it's this side on his right side of his face, at which point he turns that side to meet Aurelia's gaze and fires back.
I was born ready, bullet sponge.
Watch it, or I'll give you another one to match.
I look forward to it.
I kind of gesture at his scar.
Those ribs still cracking?
You know, when the weather turns, it's just a nice little reminder.
Ah, yes, the weather in space.
Whatever.
Through this exchange, who else do we see?
I think sitting rather close by Brack, you see this very feral Vorcha face kind of pop up from behind, and just go, "Blip impatient when we getting there." And you see a Vorcha. Blip is old for most of her kind, at the ripe old age of 17. She is covered in the various traditional Vorcha scarring that she's very proud of. Burn scars, acid scars, stab wounds, you name it, she's got it. And each one of them has led to the fact that she's been able to live this long. Around her, she's wearing different pieces of random armor that she's been able to cobble together. She's got an Omni blade strapped on, an astonishing utility belt brimming with things that both look useful and entirely useless. A bunch of scrap. She's got a satchel that's got literal pieces of like iron and ore like kind of falling half out of it, and like there's a wooden twig in there. Who knows why she's got that. And she's got big, feral, red and black eyes that are just wide open, and she's ready to go.
Oh, look, it's our one collective brain cell.
Wait. No, now I have to know, what is Blip's intelligence score?
Blip has an intelligence score of 15.
Yes! We're saved!
Am I the smartest one in this party?
You got an 8, and a 9.
Wow. You know, the fact that y'all
Godspeed,
are all being
everybody,
sent to
the
do this
Vorcha.
makes so much more sense now.
The Vorcha is the mom friend in this group.
But our boss referred to us as cannon fodder. I don't know what that means.
Sometimes cannons have to eat. How dumb are you?
Speaking of our collective brain cells, what's the last member of our party look like doing?
The last member of the party is sitting a little bit in the shadow, kind of hunched over, playing with a Omni blade. And you look over and you see, possibly, at least for us human folk, the most recognizable, relatable person. I don't know, depends on who you are, really. She's got weather-beaten skin that makes her clearly middle-aged skin look much older than it is. It's tanned. You don't really know what the original color of that skin was, but it's definitely some sort of dull brown now. But you see she's wearing a tank top. Her chest plate, as you will be able to tell, I do not know my Mass Effect terminology, so buckle up. Next to her on the bench, but she's wearing a black tank top and her standard black with a yellow border, like a yellow detailing around the sides, pants, and she's hunched over, only half interested, at least when you look at her, in what the group is doing. She's clearly the old grumpy one of the group.
I think that Aurelia has taken this poor human under her wing, her not very protective wing. And so I clap you on the back. You ready to go? Ready to do this?
I mean,
Ready to fuck
Yeah.
some shit up?
I don't like working with other people, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, none of us do either, so buckle up.
Most planet not think blip person.
Hey,
Well,
most
you're not,
planets
you're
think I am a
Vorcha.
person, and I think they're wrong, so.
Blip like you.
You're always going to have a spot in my heart, Blip. Even if you wouldn't last a minute on Tachanka.
You say that about everyone, Brack.
Well, it's true. Have you even seen a Thresher Maw before?
Blip fight Thresher Maw. Blip fight 500 Thresher Maw.
No.
I would pay to see that. I'm taking the credits out of my pocket right now. Here, after this, let's go to Tachanka and we'll find one for you.
I don't.
Serious payment?
I'm
She holds
dead
out a
serious.
claw.
I'll take that bet.
Just don't put
Just the
down a
credit.
deposit.
Interrupting this exchange, a dry voice echoes over the comms of this small drop shuttle. In reference to your previous question, we will be arriving shortly at Desolation Station. I'm sure this is going to go very well for you. And poking their horned amphibious head out from the pilot's compartment, cockpit, that's the word, as Solarian turns and gives you all a very judgmental look.
Thank you for voting confidence.
Yes, that's what that was. Anyways, we're gonna be there
I think that
shortly.
there's a lot.
As you all understand the plan, yes?
So, all of us understand the plan very well, but just for the sake of maybe one or two people that don't, maybe
Of
you
course
could
you
go
wouldn't
over it
understand the
again.
plan, Brack.
I napped through last
Yes.
speech.
Well,
For Brack, please.
I don't pay attention unless I get paid.
this really isn't my job at all, is it? But oh well. All of you were told who you're supposed to kill. You're all good with the point and the shooty things. Yes.
you'll
Very good at
drop us
point and
and
shoot.
start firing. That's usually what we do.
You just see like this Solarian just kind of give this kind of like can't tell if you're serious or not, and is like kind of like the big eyes widen. Just yes. This is good.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the door now.
Oh, you go so slow. Plan is we get in, we get this information, we get out.
I mean,
You will be.
who do we
waiting
murder
for
in the
us, right?
process? Everybody? I mean, I'm okay with that.
This is gonna go fine. He tosses a comm unit back, just kind of expecting somebody to catch it. Who grabs it?
Blip.
Blip grabs it.
Blip's reflexes
Aurelia?
are pretty fast.
Aurelia reaches out like to grab it, but Blip has already grabbed it, and she like.
So
nice catch.
Thanks.
when you need it, there's a mantis standing on standby in case things get hairy. I think that's what you humans say, isn't it? Human.
You painting us all with the same brush now?
Is this a crafts question? I'm not really an artisan.
Do any of us have hair? That is such a strange concept.
I mean, it's a fun thing to play, cut, and dye. But
Well,
pretty
you could
useless
just
besides that.
paint yourself.
I'm just.
Paint comes off your skin faster.
You just you hear the cockpit door lock. So as you continue onwards, the low thrum of these engines, the EZO engines of this dropship, there's a quick another loud thrumming as another Mass Effect field passes by you, and there are two things. I just
Look,
forgot
two
in my brain.
things.
There's two things. It's an A61 Mantis gunship.
There it is.
Use your words, Hopper. Use your words.
Y'all, I just hit 214 hours since August 2nd. I am dead. I am dead inside.
Just gonna make this even
And-
better. I love
This
it.
is the perfect one shot for that.
Yeah, I
The
love
dumb
you.
bitch team, except for Blip.
Three dumb
the dumb
bitches,
bitches
and one
and mom,
remaining
bitch.
and one remaining brain cell.
It's your grandma
are-
Borcha.
Yes, we are all your grandchildren.
Yep.
That's how that works. Yeah, so in the distance, as you begin to bank, you acquiring an approach vector. Familiarly enough, this Solarian comes back over the intercom. I've acquired our approach vector. We will be landing in about 1 minute. I hope we don't die.
We will be landing in 30 seconds at the speed that you're putting us down in.
I don't have time to argue this. I'm focusing on important things like not dying.
She's counting.
That's your job. So you guys come in banking and you see a large oblong asteroid. And I don't know, it's big. I'm not going to give you the actual estimates, so I'm too tired for that. But it's you know this as Desolation Station. And actually, you know what? We're gonna roll some checks because it's D&D and I can make you do that.
Woo!
Is history a thing in this mod? I
It
don't know.
sure
Let's
is.
find out.
It sure is, and guess which people should not be rolling it.
I know lots about history.
All of you have to.
Oh
roll a
man, I
history
can't wait
check.
for this.
All of us?
Yeah.
Hey, that's actually not bad. I rolled an 18 minus 1, a 17.
I literally, okay, I have a -1 to history, but I've rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
What do
Like
we
I
got
said.
from Bracken?
I know a lot about history.
Brack got a 1, not natural.
That's impressive. You're aware of what an asteroid is.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah. Oh my god, this scene.
I got a 16.
Nice. And what did Arena?
Arena has a 17.
Arena has all right. So the three of you, I don't know, are able to process knowledge. Desolation Station is actually a little bit of a boogeyman. For anybody that has spent any time on Omega and knows a little bit about the history. It is a remnant of Arya Talok's rise to power. And then after that, a attempted overthrowing of the notorious Asari crime lord and her rather vicious syndicate. A indeterminate amount of time ago that I totally wrote down. Yep, I didn't write that down because I'm smart. So yeah, a number of years ago, there was a company called Binary Helix was operating using this old mined out asteroid as a kind of basically a lab to be outside of the scrutiny of the Citadel Council and the regulations thereof. And during an attempted uprising, a cartel called the Torben Cartel fled there, basically trying to escape their fate after they unsuccessfully overthrew the, again, notoriously cruel and brutal crime lord, and attempted to use the station as a hostage, as a negotiating token to get escape. Arya killed everybody that tried to leave, and made sure, and then ordered that there be water left and no food, and used that as a demonstration of what happens when you fuck with Arya.
While all of you are remembering this, I'm literally inspecting the front end of my M23 katana shotgun. Just be like,
oh, that wasn't there before.
So, Hopper, fun fact about the Vorcha builds in this 5e model is that they give you special backgrounds about where you specifically grew up. And I chose underground, specifically asteroid.
Well then,
she's from a mining camp.
What benefits do you get from that?
Oh well, nothing for right now. But I think that I was gonna ask Melanded how if I could do a check to see how well she can kind of map the terrain. But
sure.
For those curious about this wonderful build, it grants me specifically. Let me flip my paper over because I have it written down. It grants me 60 kilometers of dark vision. And 10 meters of blind sight.
Oh, that's dope. That blind sight is a very potent.
There's a lot of very cool ways to build a Vorcha that they put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, it's a really cool. Fancy. It's a really cool homebrew system that somebody really hacked 5e into something completely different, and I'm excited to get my grubby little paws all on it. All right. So speaking of, three of you know the history of this place.
I heard Arya ate everyone on the Desolation Station, and then she came down and she left water and no food, and then they all attacked each other, and then she ate all of them. That's what I heard.
Blip, want know your sources.
Well, I mean, everybody back on the outpost said it, and also this one mercenary guy that I met at like a fueling station, he'd heard that rumor too, so I'm pretty sure it's true.
Is there a way to roll to see if she's full shit?
That would be an insight versus a deception check. The real question is, does Aurelia really believe this or no?
I think I heard that there was some like terrible, Arya did something terrible and she's kind of filling in the blanks. you said she'd left water but no food, right? So the survivors had to potentially cannibalize, is that? Yeah, so I think she's, I think, aware of the history, but kind of, you know how one might tell a scary story. She's kind of emphasized. She's not very good at it, though.
All right, so, so yeah.
It is definitely, it would be deception. 4!
18.
The Vulture sees through your playful stories.
Blip, think your source is a bit, suspect.
Hey, your story sounds more fun than the actual version, probably. So.
All I know is don't get on the bad side of Arya Deloke. That's all I need to know.
Pretty much.
So, is there anyone left alive? There must be. There's obviously people down there because we have to kill them. But if we're going there to kill,
we're killing everyone.
That's what I asked.
You have one target. You guys, I will say, you probably do remember enough to know you have one target, and there's an they don't really know anything else. Between the Blue Suns, the Eclipse, and the Blood Pack, they still really don't know much about who this person is. All they know is a single name, which is, scrolls up on notes, Kalena. Who that is, or whether that's a singular person or what their assets are, is unknown. It's just, this is somebody who has been feeding information to Archangel and assisting the Turian vigilante and in their reign of destruction, murder, shenanigans, and mayhem.
I hear he has a great fringe.
God damn it.
Like the humankind?
Oh boy.
Fringe?
No, so male Turians, you've seen one, yes. They have this sort of bony outcropping, and sort of the length of it kind of relates to one's, it's societal, but one's masculine. I hear humans have something of the same, the length of one's bone, something
of the same, yeah.
Tell Blip he's got great scar tissue and maybe she'd be into it.
Yeah. Aurelia, do you got a crush on this guy or something?
I'm not your awkward grandma.
You're an awkward grandma who fucks.
It's not like the prospects are great in the...
Yep.
This is everything I could have ever dreamed of.
So we're killing someone, right?
I'm not saying I wouldn't
first,
fuck
then
Archangel.
We've talked about this, Brack.
You're right.
Aurelia bangs on the door the Solarian has shut. She said, "Are we there yet?"
You just hear rude Turians, so rude, so just and you hear the ka-chunk of hydraulics as while this banter has been taking place. Your really good pilot just landed you on a rock, and the doors open, and you hear the whine of Mass Effect cannons, or Mass Effect cannons. I don't know, whatever words. You hear the whine of rail guns. I don't know. Shit, I'm super tired. And he's just like, you should leave now before we all die. Thank you.
We got booted out of the ship, I'm assuming.
And then, so then the ship starts to take off as the back doors open, slowly tilting upwards. And you can either go out willingly, or you can be dumped out like cereal out of a cereal box.
Oh, Blip
I'm
leaps
right.
out.
And yeah,
All business.
Brack is just rears up. He kind of flexes his quads a little bit, or his and then just,
This is my favorite part.
and just takes a running jump out the back.
I think what happens is you jump out first, and then like as if we've done this a million times, Blip like leaps off after you and like lands right on your back and is like holding on to the back of the armor.
Yeah, at which point, yeah, exactly. I use my arm as kind of like a ladder down if you need to get back on the ground.
I don't know. Blip can hang out on the hunch.
As always, yeah.
It's ergonomic.
So, and
I never get to play feral children on these streams.
this is this stream is just watching y'all break the GM or the shepherd.
Sorry, is that a challenge?
No, you've already accomplished it. Arena and Aurelia, what do you do?
Oh, I'd like to look around.
So
I'll come with her.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it's pretty much impossible for you to fail this. There is a large turret that is currently swiveling to fire at the dropship. And you see several moving figures. You appear to be partly behind a designed landing platform, which is about 25 feet away from you. And there's some sort of structure built into the surface of the asteroid. Everybody's got, I don't know, fancy space boots that like magnet onto it or some shit. I don't know. Video game logic. Don't at me. And yeah, there are people moving. You hear the noises of intruders and other canned AI response.
How far away are the moving figures?
They're about 60 feet away on the far side of this landing platform. It seems like there's some low constructed barriers around this rather large turret that's about to shoot at the dropship.
Does Blip see this?
Everybody can see this pretty clearly. I would say everybody's passive perception is high enough
Ooh,
for that.
how far away is the turret gone?
The turret is about 40 feet away from where you guys got dumped.
You don't say. Blip like pokes her head up from like over Brack's head, and you just see her like tap a few sequences on her Omni. Oh my god, why am I gave her an Omni blade, so I'm just gonna call it. It's the whole system is on this blade, and seemingly from the mass of what looked like different scrap materials from her utility belt and backpack comes this hovering humanoid drone. There are no eyes on it, but she has scrawled a smiley face with really bad marker that's starting to fade, and she knows that she's got to redo it. But it's got a saucer head on like a little like swivelly body, clearly with like different parts of like arms and legs, and she goes, "Guillotine, eat them." And she sends her drone guillotine. She heard this human word once and she's obsessed with it. She heard guillotine eat rich.
He's not wrong.
And she, as an action, as a drone jockey, that's what I am, I can send my drone companion, Guillotine. It operates as an independent creature.
So, as this is happening, everybody remembers that they each have one meta gel stored in their armor. Because I didn't mention that at the top of the stream.
Thank you for telling me that.
Oh, I used some of my starting equipment to buy some.
Oh, well, you have an extra one. Are you at your max?
No.
Okay, now you have one more.
Excellent.
Blip,
Yes.
you're taking care of the gun?
Yeah.
big gun.
I'm
would
is
like
on
to-
the big gun. Yeah.
Cool. I would like to sprint towards the figures.
Absolutely. What is your movement speed?
It is 10 meters. I just checked. That's 32 feet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I remembered. I was like, oh, it's in metric. Yeah, let's say.
Have a converter up.
We're just gonna say meters are yards. That way, everything's super easy for me.
I saw this tweet that was like, hey, while everyone's busy, should we just convert to metric? Get it over with.
I mean, yes, but actually, yes.
I know, right? It's genius.
I think in the Mass Effect future, metric is actually been like the conversion has happened. Like sensible heads prevailed.
I hope
the human in the party is pro metric system.
I hope it didn't take until 2183 for us to adapt to metric.
Fucking hey.
Yes.
God. I would like to run toward. Oh, I mean, I don't know if we're in initiative.
You basically are gonna have. I mean, there's guns that are charging up. So
Cool.
if you're not in initiative, you get the feeling you might soon be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Oh,
I'm
I'm
a
ready.
benevolent DM, and I'm
I'm
letting
ready.
you do stuff.
I was gonna just put up my barrier.
That might be a good life choice.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that before you roll initiative. And Brack,
Brack is going to charge forward with my katana drawn. Ready to do two-handing this massive shotgun.
yeah, I was about to say you should specify.
Yeah, no, not an actual katana. Although, if a Krogan's coming at you with a katana, it's probably a bad time for you.
To be fair, the phrase "a Krogan's coming at you" is already a huge problem. All right, so let's find out what guillotine can do.
Guillotine can do so much, and I have it up because I knew somehow I was going to be using this drone today because it was the best thing about picking the subclass. So what it does, it has innate spell casting, and technically it also can take its own action. The only thing it can do now, as I'm only second level, is a shock attack, which is a ranged weapon attack, and is based in lightning damage.
All right. That is stuff. So go ahead, and make a ranged spell attack, y'all.
Go to heck. Yes.
Ooh, how's a 21 look?
21 looks real good.
All right, well, it done hit at 21.
All right, let's roll some
Let me
damage.
get some-
And this is lightning damage, that's correct?
It is. I have to check something super fast because I do think I get a bump to how much damage I do since it's my companion. It's my buddy.
Your buddy.
My little buddy.
Still a better build than a ranger
Than a
or
ranger,
5e.
I resemble that remark.
But what about? Okay, I
not
heard
yet.
the Unearthed Arcana one's supposed to be better, but I don't know.
Not yet.
It is.
Eventually, it will start getting more d6s. It looks like it's ironically enough using a lot of like sneak attack sensibilities on this thing as it gains more d6. But right now, it's only once for max damage. That's going to be 8 points of damage.
Well, so as an engineer, you would know that electricity is extremely effective at taking down tech shields.
What?
And also is notoriously pretty decent against mechanical constructs. So the fun math here is that I then double that, then deal that much damage to the
It's the turret.
to the shields, and you see the shields go down as guillotine. Well, how does guillotine move?
Yeah, guillotine!
So I'm literally thinking about the drones that an engineer can send out in the Mass Effect games. They kind of hover.
Yeah.
And so like I guess it kind of combining like a little Star Wars sensibility here, because in this specific module, specific for Drone Companion, it says I can make it look like a person. So I think it's like hovering, but it's got arms and legs and like a body.
Does it like hover run?
A little bit. It's like hover running, but like it's a Vorcha body sensibility because a Vorcha built this drone. And again, no eyes, a lot of sensors. Like any good Vorcha knows that it needs to get hurt in order to get stronger. So you see a lot of denting in the body from where she's put it up against multiple different enemies and targets until it's going to be just right. And just to make it be a little bit happier, she took some markers and drew a smiley face on the faceplate. It's fading off though, so like one eye is kind of a little smudgy. And that's Guillotine.
My heart. So Guillotine, video game glide, like clipping, does a clipping sprint forward.
Like a Bethesda hover run.
Yes, exactly. Bethesda, where you can experience the glitches in games. Stop, criminal. No. And I like just kind of like does like a little Vorcha point and electricity blasts out. And you see there's a massive blue crackling crackle as the shields that are projected by this turret go down, and there's kind of some sparking and a little bit of smoking, and a panel on one side blasts off, like just kind of flying off into the zero gravity into space. It's still functional, but it looks damaged, and those shields are toast.
Explosions.
All right.
We agree Guillotine is our mascot, yes? Everyone agreement?
Of course, wouldn't have it any other way.
I think Blip still riding on
Yes,
the back
Blip
of,
is 100% is.
amazing. Terrific.
Aurelia's gonna turn around as she's running to make sure her new biotic protege is okay and is following. Come, human, follow along.
I'm not an idiot.
I am.
Oh, the former intelligence.
So
She runs.
I believe Arena cast barrier, or you activated her.
She activated barrier on herself, one of her barrier.
Which is so you just see this kind of almost light, super light, translucent bluish violet kind of energy form around you, and then sink like kind of cling to your body as you weave the power of Ezo and Mass Effect fields to control the wibbly wobbly bullshit that is biotics. Ooh. Space magic.
Yes.
I'm
a space wizard.
Yeah, you're a space wizard, and you feel much more secure.
And also a glass cannon like a wizard of.
Oh.
And for our viewers at home and our GMs that have definitely had time to read all of this, what does barrier provide for you?
Okay, so biotic barrier is an action or bonus action to create it. It's active for 1 minute, and then basically I have what they call 2 barrier ticks. So when I take damage while my barrier is active, I take 1 tick, and I reduce the damage by 1d8. So then if I have two ticks, it's gone. And I have 2 of those, and it refreshes at a short rest.
Nice.
Also, well, I'll tell you later. I have a spell that does fun things with it.
All right. I believe it's time for... Have we even done this on Flights of Fandom?
No,
Let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
Let's roll initiative.
I have a -1.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
I have 3 jump stats.
Oh my goodness. All of my jump stats.
Didn't you take standard array?
I did point by.
Oh, I did standard array.
I did too.
Whoops. Oh shit.
No.
You're fine.
It's a one-shot.
I believe I literally said I don't care in the chat.
That's what I saw. Okay.
Yeah.
Maddie, it's important for one of us to be optimized.
It's 2. It's 2.
Optimized is a strong word.
All right.
gone forever.
Let us know when you're ready, and we'll hit you with these
Oh
numbers.
yeah. I just broke two different Sharpie and a pen.
Wow, impressive.
Honestly, I'm really. There we go. There's a third one. Third time's the charm. All right, hit me with some numbers.
I got 10.
21.
17.
16.
Nice.
All
All right.
right.
I rolled a 19 on that die.
Does Guillotine go on your go, by the way?
Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Guillotine has their own initiative.
Yes!
Oh hell yeah.
It's at second level, it's like an independent companion. He's my buddy.
One of
Aw.
you had 17 and one of you had 16.
I have 17.
Guys.
Oh.
Guys.
What?
Natural 20?
Guillotine rolled a natural 20.
Yeah!
They are our mascot.
Guillotine.
What's their total initiative?
Their total initiative?
Yeah. I'm making a list here too, so.
Good. Somebody else can second guess me because, dear God, I am bad at
I'm
initiative.
pretty sure
This
that
is
was
what Bill
just-
is for.
That helps. That helps.
I love
Pretty
you,
sure
Bill.
it's just based on their Dexy scores,
Yeah,
which they do have. I'm just grabbing it because I have to go to two different things. Combat drone.
Oh dear.
I'm definitely
22.
like,
Hey! Guillotine goes
I'm
first.
definitely running and trying to beat Brack there, but like not like I just can't beat that Krogan stomp.
Which is funny because that means that Blip is also beating you there because Blip is riding Brack like a mount.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brack,
no.
what is your speed, Brack?
10 meters.
Oh, we're all the same speed.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm actually faster than you, but this would explain why I go last because I was enjoying the aesthetics of this.
All right. Guillotine is up again.
Oh, my buddy. What wonders do you have in store for us? Oh, interesting. Let's find out what sabotage does because I have that.
Anybody else singing the Beastie Boys song in their head right now?
Oh, yeah.
Where can
yeah.
I find this? Bear with me, everyone, because I am looking things up as I go. And
In case you haven't guessed, y'all, this is our first time playing this system.
This is the first time I've also had to run music, so
target a ranged weapon you can see within range and sabotage its internal systems. Oh, that's handy now that its whole internal systems are exposed. The next attack made with the target weapon has disadvantage.
Oh, the target's weapon.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I don't want this one.
How's that music level?
That's pretty good for me.
If I'm attacking a
hear it.
synthetic creature, it has to make an intelligence saving throw. I don't believe this turret has AI.
It might have a VI, but probably not an AI.
It's specific for
and-
synthetic creatures like another drone or a Geth.
Yes. Does it have? So it can make a saving throw, or it can't.
It can't. It's not a. If the weapon is integrated into a synthetic creature.
Yes. No. This is just a gun with a VI.
Yep. It's cast in it. I think I can roll for it, but
Yeah. So the next time it tries to fire, it will. Space
that's-
Costco it is.
yeah, it will be. I mean, its spell saves are 12, but if it's just, it's an innate spell casting. ability.
Okay.
It doesn't indicate that it looks like I need to roll for this.
So,
but
but what is the effect again?
it's gonna give the turret gun disadvantage essentially.
Okay, dope. Gotcha. All right. Well,
Because we're not there to like beat this turret up, so we're just
You
gonna
see-
make sure it can't fire.
there's another. Yeah, there's like you see the turret. The turret like has a rotating triple barrel that's been speeding up, and you just see it kind of like go as it like I don't know a ball bearing jams. Don't at me. It's apparently a thing I say now.
Connor, you started so strong. I was like, oh my god, 3 barrels. That's so fucking cool. Yes. I'm like, the bar for me is so low. Like,
Well-
you talk about space guns, and I'm there.
Challenge accepted. Because I will limbo this shit. All right.
Yeah.
Arena, with a good-ass roll, you're up.
Okay, so if I take my full movement running forward, which is 10 meters, how far is the turret from me?
You can get right up on the turret.
Okay.
The turret is... Damn it, I have everything in my brain and feet. The turret is 8 meters away from you.
Okay.
7 meters. It's 7 meters. You can get there, is what I'm saying.
Sweet. And what else? Can you just quickly? I got confused with the guns and stuff.
Yes.
How many things are there besides the turret that I can hit?
There appear. Why don't you roll me a quick perception check?
Ooh.
I can do that.
It's been so long since we've done a D&D okay.
I know. I'm like, I really should just tell you, but now I just want
That
to
is
make you
a
guys
very,
roll stuff.
very average 10.
All right. Well, that's good enough. There's at least 4 figures looking. They appear to be running towards a set of barriers outside of this building this structure that's been built into the surface of the asteroid.
Okay. So they're running. Which direction are they running from where we are?
Kind of towards you. They're
Kinda towards us?
about. Dear God.
I believe you said they were 60,
turret
60
was-
feet away.
We're gonna say they're 20 meters away from you, and
That
they're
makes
now
sense.
behind half cover.
Oh, they're behind half cover. All right. Well, they're still in sight.
They are definitely within sight.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and because I don't think my barrier is a concentration spell, I'm going to go ahead and cast.
Yeah. Yep. You can. Yeah. You can. Your barrier goes up, and you can do other shit.
I'm a cast alter center mass.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And it has a 30-minute range. And for 3 creatures in sight, the center of their mass has been altered, which means they must all make a con save.
All right. I dig this. God, there's some cool stuff in here.
So, what are you casting?
Alter center mass.
Oh, God, yes.
What is the save DC?
Okay, Maddie, what's happening?
I love this so much.
What's it?
There's a moment. Maddie had a moment.
I heard.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone is thunderstruck tonight. My goodness.
This is Aurelia. Just every time like something explosively, destructively violent happens, she's like, yes, yes.
Oh Lord.
Well then, this should be an interesting evening. Yes. What's your spell save DC or your biotic
13,
save?
and it's only for 3 of the 4.
Yep.
The 4
2
thingies.
of them fail.
Okay, so those 2 take a negative 1d4 to all attack rolls and saves.
Oh, dope.
Woohoo.
Oh, that's a
Well, I
really
have
like
all right.
Bane.
Bane
Love it.
reskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Hell yeah. That's dope. I dig it. Well,
And I
then.
don't have another bonus action, so I'm done.
Well, yeah, you guys are kind of running in between the space of this large turret and this landing pad. The landing pad really doesn't offer any cover. And yes, it is Brack's turn.
While I ran up, I was also kind of careful to stay behind Brack because I tiny human. In
And I think I think we established that I was looking behind me to you. So
Yes, I believe that is correct. Well, I mean, yeah, because I believe Brack and by proxy Blip and Ariella.
we got 2 A names and 2 B names. Oh, we're just messing with you, Hopper.
I know, it's
Slip and
cruel.
Brack have got your backs.
I just poured some scotch, so that's how
oh
this
my
evening's
God, we're ABBA.
going. Oh my God!
Yes! Achievement
Wow.
unlocked.
Wow, y'all. Okay.
Oh man.
This is the highest quality trash, and apparently this is what you can expect when I DM.
Mamma Mia in space.
I am the
Guns.
dancing queen. I am young and sweet. I'm only 17.
No! Oh my god!
Oh my god. All right.
Man, I'd fire
We'll
if
continue.
we were hired people.
I take my job seriously.
I'm sorry. I'll stop yelling when I stop having such a great time. I think so. Brack's been running forward, shotgun pulled. How far are these? How far is the opposition from me?
You have a 10-meter speed. They're about 30 meters. Man, this meter shit's gonna fuck me up, y'all. They're 20 meters. That's how distance works. They're 20 meters from you.
Okay. So if they're 20 meters from me, I am gonna use my bonus action to put Blip behind cover, and just say,
I'm taking the fight to them.
and I am going to move my full speed forward 10 meters, and the hydraulics in my leg armor is going to fire, and I'm going to Havoc strike forward.
Holy shit.
Yeah, basically I move another 8 meters, and the next 2 meters radius around me get basically hit with a thunder step.
Oh, you can definitely get up in there.
Oh yeah.
So how do you where like you just reach back and like grab a blip?
Yeah, I literally just kind of
Deposit your blip on the ground.
Yeah.
draws the blip like a sword, draws blip like a sword.
yeah.
I actually do come prepackaged with a bite weapon. I'm not kidding. That's a real Portia build.
I love it. I think my only thing about it, I would take Blip with me, but
Blip want turret.
Yeah, no. Blip want turret, Brack want skirmish. So yeah, I am going to basically let you down off my shoulder behind cover and then zoom forward. I need all of these mooks to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
All right, so it's just me rolling saves. That's the name of the game.
Don't 3 of them have two of
Bane.
them have a minus D4?
Yeah, 2 of them do. Wow. Well, they all fail. I don't think I can't. We'll roll D4s just to make sure. That was awful.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, and on the
for you,
D4s, that's
good
2
for
4s. They all fail horribly.
Oh yeah.
All right, they all take 2d8 thunder damage.
Oh my god. You have thunder damage and I have lightning damage?
Thunder and light.
They
Thunder.
they take 10 points of damage as I land and I bring the shotgun to bear.
All right. You see all of their shields go down. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing math. It's D&D. I have to keep track of stuff again. And they all look kind of jacked up by the blast. So as you slam down your massive Krogan thighs for days, just smashing into the and boots smashing into this asteroid, an explosive force radiating outwards, and chunks of shrapnel, tiny bits of meteorite, silica, and iron just pepper all over their various shields, and they just go down catastrophically. Just it looks fucking awful.
At which point, I think, as a I'd like to also say,
I hope you brought your redundant nervous systems.
and that's it for me.
They're all medium-sized humanoids. They're wearing helmets. It's unclear. They're likely either humans or Asari.
Excellent.
They were.
Yeah, bits of
Soft
human and
and
Asari now.
squishy.
All
The way
right,
I like them.
and it is their turn.
Damn it.
Up, Rack.
All right, come and hit me.
I believe center of mass, lower center mass is still in effect.
Yes, go ahead.
2 of them are baned.
Yes, yes, Bane. Let's just call it. I do. That was such a good reskin, though. M7 Worlds, you people are awesome. Well, what's your AC there, Brack?
17.
Oh shit! Level 2, 17.
Heavy armor, all heavy armor pieces.
2 of them are still going to hit.
All right.
Because I rolled really good.
Okay.
Son.
One with a also with the katana, and one with an M8 Avenger. Which and let's see here. You are going to take so what is your shields? Let's deal with your shields first and foremost, because these are kinetic weapons.
Shield max is 5. So
well, that M8 Avenger sucks. So yeah, you currently have 5 shields. So two points of your shield are as thrown back by this blast. Why did you stop playing? You rude little bastard. Thrown back by this blast, one of them just sprays with the M8 Avenger, just kind of one-handed. Whoa, that's way more intense than I was emotionally prepared for. Alrighty then, Kevin MacLeod.
They weren't ready for ABBA.
I'm pretty sure we would actually get sued if we used ABBA. But and the other one is going to shoot you with his katana, because yeah, that's right. You're not the only one with a katana. Dear God, I need to learn how to run this game.
We're learning now. That's how it works.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's bookmarks. All right, so that is 2d6 plus 1 piercing damage.
Oh, I can't believe he got there before me.
That will be 7 points. So your remaining shields go down, and you're going to take 4 points of damage. That was a point blank shot from a shotgun. Just from basically, I'm picturing both of these people on their ass, just basically panic firing at the fucking Krogan that just landed betwixt them. And the other two shots whisked wildly.
It is customary, and it's also something Brack's seen before. So
that's completely like, dude, fucking Krogan, bro. Terrifying. All right, Aurelia, you have witnessed all of this occur. What do you do?
Okay, so there is. How many people are on Brack?
Brack just went up after all 4 and was just like, boop, sploink.
Nice.
Those are technical terms.
Cool. Sploink, yes. So I am going to run forward. Not my full movement. They're 20 meters away. So I'm going to run 20 meters. Yes, I'm going to run half. So I'm going to run 5 meters. So they're 15 meters away from me. And then I'm going to biotically charge at them. If any of them have been primed, they will now detonate.
I don't think lower center mass does. Does lower center mass prime?
So. I have stuff that will prime, but it's only the stuff I do that does necrotic damage. So
okay, yeah.
Now that I know you can detonate them.
Yeah. So one of the great things that this system has carried over from the Mass Effect universe is the ability to prime using abilities and then using other abilities from another person.
I can AOE. I can AOE something that can get people who walk into their primed.
And then you can have, say, a Turian Vanguard launch themselves forward, and in the immortal words of Calvin and Hobbes, the great space kablooey.
Yes. Excellent reference.
Nice.
Love it. Love it.
I just can't get over the fact that our Rant member David looks a hell of a lot like Bill Watterson.
It's so true.
So
he's
I'm
gonna watch this.
Oh god.
I sent him a picture of Bill Watterson and was like, "Are you sure your dad's your dad?"
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick the one closest to Brack, and biotically charge. So they will have to make a dexterity saving throw and beat a 12.
All right. I believe the one that is closest to Brack is also has a lowered center of gravity. 12.
Yes.
They are successfully able to beat.
Okay. Well, I'm still right up on them. So I believe I'm just going to go ahead and activate my barrier as a bonus action. So if they had failed, they would have taken some force damage. Yes, okay, I do have to activate, my barrier. Okay, so they would have taken force damage and been knocked prone, but instead I just slam into, I'm running up and I blink out of sort of existence and then slam back with a thunderous crash right next to Brack. And I say, look like you're taking some fire there. And I'm gonna just fire up my barrier, so blue biotic energy glimmers down my form. And that's my turn.
Which spell was that?
The Vanguard
so biotic charge is a cantrip.
Biotic charge. Okay, because I have another one, so I was just we have overlap.
Yeah, we've got I believe a soldier. I believe Brack is a soldier, so has combat abilities. Arena is a full biotic. Aurelia is a Vanguard, which is a mix between soldier and biotic, and I believe Blip is an engineer. So we've got a nice little party balance here that's good at murder and not very
at
good
healing
or being smart in general. All right. Well, speaking of Blip, after having been unmounted,
I'd like to think of the term as unleashed
that
upon
tracks.
this unfortunate asteroid, because I think that as to set the scene, like I think that as Brack was lifting Blip from off of his back, her legs were already like running. So when he put me down, I was already like taking off like a shot, because I think I actually have the fastest movement speed out of everyone here. And I'm making a beeline for that turret, baby.
You can get there,
Defense is down. Phenomenal! It's my turret now, and I would like to hack it with my Omni Gel, which I come with. So slap that on it, and now I own this turret, and I'd like to fire on
Oh my
the
gosh.
unfortunate ones.
All right, so I have no idea how that works because I'm a bad
Help me.
shepherd.
It says I can hack things. I'm an engineer. And because I have Omni Gel, it can happen, because I came with 2 Omni Gel, which means I don't have to spend an action with my Tinker's tools.
Oh my god! Holy crap! Okay.
Like how you win the game when you bypass hacking it with the Omni Gel, you can just choose not to play the little mini game in the first game. Same thing.
Yeah, and apparently Desolation Station has not received the Omnigel patch, that the security upgrades that the rest of
That's not that sounds like a problem for them. So it's just a turret. I've got it right here. I have a mass accelerator machine gun.
Yes. And
sounds
did you
awesome.
see the damage it does?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
To one target, or do you want to make a burst fire attack that could potentially hit your allies?
We're blood sponges. It's fine.
Are you though? Really? We're not.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Back there still. So
I'm not the one making the decision anymore, but I will say, you probably don't want to get hit by this.
No, you don't. And I think Blip, being the smartest one in the party, knows that. And will fire on the first person that had the misfortune to aim their gun at Brack.
My heart. go ahead and you get to roll for this. I don't
My
have to roll
God.
for this. I believe that's a +2 to hit, range 60 to 100 meters, one target.
Good God. So when it has that 7 in front of it, what does that
That
mean?
means that's the average. So it's the if like
I
for
always
instance,
forget that. Yeah,
if I
no,
was the
it's
GM, like I guess, or if I was the GM, if I chose, I could just use average for everything, but like that's
that will be 6 damage. Didn't roll very high, but
well, you roll 4d6 because you roll an additional 2d6 for radiant damage.
just kidding. That one was the first one. Here we go again. Much better. Oh boy. 10 radiant damage.
So that's 16 total
16
damage.
points of damage.
We're gonna use cleave rules here. And Brack, the two, I think the one that Aurelia just kind of like got right up in the face of, and the one that just shot Brack with the Avenger, you watch the top halves of their bodies disappear.
And
You
yeah,
just
And
hear in the
there's a
distance.
and in this very low echo, you just hear.
There is literal pink and light blue mist floating and like pooling in little droplets in the zero gravity, and the turret is no longer under its own control. So good job on dealing with that before it attacked you. It's Guillotine's turn.
Good God, we're monsters.
I own this turret now.
We're murderating machines.
This is my
that are
favorite
murderating.
turret on this entire station.
Okay, name the turret. Name the turret.
I will, but let me think about it.
It's my favorite turret on Desolation. What is this music? All right, now we're going back to the weird club music.
Yeah, this is the Tron level.
Dude, you laugh, but I've listened to the fucking Tron Legacy. It's such a garbage movie, but amazing
good
soundtrack. I mean, I guess that's what you get when you hire Daft Punk to do your soundtrack.
All right.
Fair.
What's Guillotine doing?
Is it Guillotine's turn?
Yeah,
Oh, good
with
heavenly
that
God.
fucking nat 20.
1 second. Now I gotta go look up my other companion. Oh my God, I have so many things.
After that, it will be Arena's turn.
Thank you. I'm pulling up the combat drone thing. I mean, it's gonna go target the rest of the people that are
Yeah, there's
attacking.
2 of them left.
Okay, well, it's gonna go over there. And that was it moving. Thank you. And, hit him with another shock attack, because that's what it's got.
All right, roll that.
A piece of lightning damage. For max damage again. For 8
Nice.
damage.
Oh my God. So, wow, this is horrifying. So Guillotine,
I'm a
actually,
beast.
Guillotine basically blasts the one that just shot Brack with a shotgun, because I presume you would go after that one. And I think Guillotine has some weird VI puppy dog love for Brack.
You can see it in the crusty fading marker smiley eyes.
That's horrifying. And blast this person, which appears to be actually a human woman, with a cascade of electricity, which short circuits her helmet, causing the visor, the Ezo visor, to open to vacuum.
Ooh.
Oh.
And because I don't care about actual science, she vomits blood, which immediately crystallizes
That's cool.
and falls over, floating gently.
Oh, I love it
Yeah.
when that happens.
Alina.
Okay. Just because I want to see if we can make this happen. Arena runs a little bit towards the only remaining standing Mook and throws her hands together and says to Aurelia, "This one's for you." And she is going to go ahead and channel this blackish blue energy from her hands. And let's see if I can hit. She's going to try to cast Dark Channel.
I just know that Brack is gonna steal this kill from me, and I'm already mad about it.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, the lone remaining soldier who you can now see is an Asari. What?
So as this goes off from my hands, it quote plagues the target with a persistent, damaging biotic field. The creature is primed and takes unfortunately only 2 necrotic damage, but it'll take it again at the start of my next turn. But the main thing is that it's primed, so someone should blow it up.
The look on Maddie's face. But Brack, it's your turn.
At which point, kind of like looking at, I think looking at Aurelia and realizing also when something is primed, I don't necessarily want to be nearby it. I'm gonna say,
You're late to the party, but this one's yours.
and I'm going to take my quad and kick it 5 feet in front of me. I'm gonna basically take the push action. At which point, just kind of waving back to Blip,
Drinks on me when we get back.
and yeah, I'd like to use my attack to shove.
All right, go ahead and make a athletics check.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't remember how that works in 5e, let alone this.
Yeah, I think that's just +5. Let's see.
You're shoving the move?
Away from us, so we're not.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I did a ranged attack, so I didn't come close to it, but
Yeah.
but I was close by.
It's
22 for my athletics.
yeah, you shove.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just trying to get him out of our the
but
explosive.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get out of her radius,
Her explodey range.
her exploding range.
All right. Yeah, she flies backwards, the magnetic attachments to this ferrous silica asteroid on her boots failing, and just kind of launches backwards a little bit before she can regain control and footing. It is then her turn, and she is going to burst fire
Oh no!
into the space. Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw.
What's the range on
Including
that?
me?
More than slightly, except for Blip. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, and when I say everybody, I really just mean Maddie and Zach.
Okay, yeah, because I never got
Aurelia
into
and Brack.
melee.
Yeah, no,
So
it's within a short range.
I have a fun effect. I have danger sense. I gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see,
Awesome.
such
Yes.
as traps and spells.
I think that also gives you advantage on
do it.
initiative if you can see the enemy. Because that's a barbarian thing. Yeah, danger sense.
It doesn't say initiative, just dodging
Well, because
away.
initiative is a dex check.
Okay.
Right, this is just advantage on saving.
Oh,
throws.
this is only saves? Oh.
Only, yeah.
I got a 17.
Let me double check my dexterity save. 19.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me look up what the actual DC is. In the meantime, what's coming up next is Aurelia's turn.
Yay!
Oh, you know I'm gonna charge.
Oh yes, that shocks
Which
me not
detonates?
at all. Yeah, none of you take damage as she sprays the area with several bursts of fire, but either your armor deflects it or your shields that still exist deflect it. I believe probably Aurelia's barrier shimmers with this magenta light as it absorbs the kinetic energy of the slug. So you are charging.
I am charging. So this primed, you've primed it necrotically, is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. So, I'm sorry, she will have to make, I'm going to charge, so she'll have to make a dex saving throw.
All right.
Is she one of the ones
It's
that also
12.
Those ones are now dead.
Yeah.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see. Nope. That's an
doesn't
11.
Yes. Okay. So she's gonna take, as I slam forward, I hit her with my biotic energy. So she's gonna take 1d10 force damage. She will be knocked prone, and then I believe Arena, her necrotic priming, she will also take 1d12 necrotic damage, because that's the explosion. So if you want to roll the necrotic
Already.
Arena.
I love this game.
I'm here for the
sick.
system.
That is 6 explodey death damage.
Max damage, baby. That is 10.
Is that 16 total?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys. That's legit the most perfect thing I've ever heard. So I'm going to narrate this because this is cool and I have to explain Cleave somehow.
Also, Canon, Aurelia, you know, she's got her space helmet on, is playing Derezzed from the Tron soundtrack. Like, that's her, like, battle theme.
Oh, classical music.
Yes, yes,
Or as we like to call it in 2138, sweating to the oldies.
yes.
Is it too late to back out of
Nope.
doing this stream?
No, you bought the
it's too late.
ticket. Time to take the ride.
You've come too far.
All right, so Aurelia slams forward, her biotic charge launching her into the torso of this Asari soldier, triggering a massive detonation as her energy impacts, melds, and detonates the energy of this strange biotic field that Arena had previously laid upon her. She launches backwards, and just over the rim of the edge of this structure, you see somebody stick their head out, raising a sniper rifle, pointed at all of you. And because Cleave rules that I have decided to use in this game, that's 16 total damage, and I'm just gonna say that person is dead.
Oh, wow.
As their head snaps back at an unnatural angle, as the body of their friend is launched at them with tremendous force.
Yeah, to help,
2 for 1!
as I said in my thing, my dark channel would have automatically transferred to the nearest hostile creature within 10 meters if my target died.
That is rad.
So it would have gone up to them anyway. So
That's God, that's so perfect.
we can just go ahead and prime and prime and prime and prime.
Just keep priming.
Biotic.
Just keep priming. All right. So you are standing at the entrance to this structure, which appears there seems to be a door with a control panel next to it. And it seems to be definitely built into the asteroid. You see nothing else around you. And when we come back from the break, we'll talk about what are you doing to get in there.
Everyone stand back. I've got this.
Pokes frantically.
Flip asks if you're sure.
So,
Yeah.
everybody, I hope we're having fun. Stick around. In what do we want to do? 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yeah,
that'll
10
be
minutes
good.
is good.
10 minutes sound good. In 10 minutes, we will be back, and you can watch them. We'll spend the next 2 hours opening a door. Probably.
Standard D&D rules there.
Yeah.
All
So you
right,
guys-
so you have just killed 4 soldiers, taken down a turret, and then hacked it to rain murder on said soldiers, and then pretty much accidentally caught the sniper that was about to pot shot one of you with a massive biotic explosion, leaving the path to this door, which presumably leads into the depths of the asteroid. What are you doing?
Can I salvage the turret?
I mean, it's not technically destroyed yet, but yeah, I guess you've hacked it. So yeah.
What can
Do your
I
thing.
get out of that?
That's a
I mean,
question
this is
I'm
a
very
loot
prepared
question.
to answer. I think that you can get a bunch of palladium circuitry.
Ooh, I love palladium circuitry. I say as
And
if I know what that is.
Yeah, it's just like you can salvage some rare metals. I think you basically just slag the internals this thing, and you get some. You get like a little few nuggets of ezo and some palladium circuitry. I don't know what loot is in this game.
Well, I was mostly
Lovely.
specificing. I think I get Omni Gel from.
Oh yeah, you can totally get some. You get that too. I don't know how much.
Give me a number.
3.
I had 2 originally.
Oh, not 3. 2.
2. So
You get one. You get one more
I
than
get
you
one
had
back.
before.
Amazing.
That would require me to read the rules.
And I come back from my little perch to join up with everyone further below.
There's 2 bodies missing their top halves. There's somebody who appears to have vomited blood out which froze in the zero gravity vacuum. There's a mess. There's a mess.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Is anyone hurt?
I am. Which leaves me. It's minor, but I would like to see if the one person that is intact. Could I see if they have any metagel on them?
Well, I feel like we could check the lower half of the bodies if they had utility belts. They might have things hanging on them too.
Perfectly immaculate.
Yes. Yeah, you can loot the bodies.
Science.
So notably, I mean, there's a number of weapons. One of them has a heavy pistol. They mostly just have standard M8 Avengers and M23 katanas. One of them has a heavy whatever the fuck. I spent like 500 hours playing these games. You would think I'd be able to remember the name of like one fucking an M11. One of them has an M11.
Looking to see if I can use another gun. I don't know. I'm a biotic. Can't really use much. But...
There is you collectively get loot. What's 200 times 100 is what's that? 20,000 credits.
What?
And notably, that's like 200 gold.
But I get to use it because I can upgrade my drone buddy.
Hopper, a Medigel is 200
Credits.
Yep.
Whatever. I said what I said.
All right, that's why I have them.
One of them was super rich. I guess.
Amazing. They just got paid from a gig.
Yeah.
We took it.
It's paid. It was payday. They weren't even guarding. They were about to go out on the town, go into Omega and party, and you guys just ruined that.
I don't think I can use any
I think,
of these weapons if they're shotguns.
As Blip rejoins her companion guillotine, she notices that the smiley face she drew on it is smudging, and she like reaches into her backpack of wonders is now what I'm gonna call it. As an engineer, I canonically have a what is it called? Backpack of trinkets. That gives me a little bit of a equipment boost. I can carry some more things. And I pull out a pair of gigantic googly eyes. I put a little glue on them and I slap them on the front of the saucer plate of the drone. That's better.
At which point, yeah, I think Brack over your shoulder looks and
It's like it's following me.
Terrifying. We'll strike fear in hearts of enemies.
So specifically,
Or at
on the
least
sniper-
confusion.
Yeah, confusion. On the sniper, you find an M11 suppressed heavy pistol.
ooh.
And on the bottom halves of both of those bottom halves, you find 2 grenades.
I can use a heavy pistol.
I love a grenade.
Ooh, I'll take a grenade as well.
We'll split the grenades.
Yeah. Actually,
Just cut the grenades in half.
Well, 'cause yeah, you can't do
That way, each of us can get a grenade.
I feel like this is Aurelia and Brack's discussion before Blip's like, no!
Nope. She like takes both of the grenades and then just divvies them up.
Did anyone use assault rifles or shotguns?
I can use assault rifles.
I use a shotgun.
Yo.
All right, well, you guys can have fun with all the other stuff. I'll take the heavy pistol because that's the only thing I
Yeah,
can do.
I actually have one already. And it is an M8, so I'm good.
I'm carrying all I can.
So the M11 is notable in that it has a silencer on it.
Ooh.
So it is sneaky. Otherwise, it is the same as a Carnifex, I believe.
Ooh.
I will. I'll take the non-suppressed heavy pistol and just put it in my pack.
Subtlety. Thy name is not Brack.
Exactly.
Just like, oh, well, the one that's quiet's no fun.
I think Blip is like approaching the door and is starting to like hands on hips, just like, I see. Could be difficult to break in. Blip, tell a little joke, and she slaps Omnigel on the front of the server, just smears it on with her hands.
It really is just. Oh my god.
Punches some numbers in on her Omni tool.
It's more of an
want me to
art
roll
than a
for this?
science.
Do you want me to roll for this, Hopper?
No, they haven't patched Desolation Station yet with that new security update. Honestly, one of my favorite bits of side chatter is when Tally was just like, yeah, that used to be super easy to get into everything. Shame about that security patch. Like, stares at the camera. Yeah, so the doors hiss open and there is a dim blue light. And it's kind of one of the ones that like two on the there's three sections, one on the left, one on the right, and one on the top, and they just kind of like, and you see what appears to be an elevator going down at an angle, because that's a thing.
Everyone get your banter ready. The level has to load.
Always.
You joke, but
I never joke about banter in an elevator.
there's a single down button. It is unsubtle and unhidden.
Yeah. I think Blip is looking ahead like, Blip, open door!
Well done, Blip.
Is everybody getting on the elevator?
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting on the elevator. Sheath my shotgun.
I think I'm not gonna sheath it. I'm just gonna kind of keep it down to one side, kind of hold it by the barrel. No trigger discipline. Nobody cares.
I don't think there's a time limit on how long I can have my drone out, so guillotine's just with us.
Yay.
All right. As soon as somebody hits the button, the doors begin to close, and you feel the space pressurize, and you get the little like boop boop on your helmet to let you know that you won't die if you take your helmet off or whatever. And it begins to descend very, very slowly.
So how day going for everyone so far?
I'd rank this about maybe a 4.
Can't complain.
Out of 5 or 10 or 3?
That's a good question, actually. I'll have to think about that.
Is everyone still getting drinks after this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Blip drink.
Well,
Blip, does guillotine drink?
You can balance many whole bottle on guillotine head.
but you don't pour it in. I made that mistake once.
It's fun drinking game. Stack empty cans on top.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like
And,
that old game where people would like push the blocks, and if you fall, you drink it all.
Jonga?
Blip unfamiliar with
That
this
one.
human ritual.
But
Hey man,
Jonga.
humans did some
As-
things right.
As
drinking
long as we're
games.
not playing Flip Cup, because guillotine is an unfair advantage, and it's just I can't compete with that.
Guillotine, no listen.
I'm building a headcanon that all of you have actually hung out before, and you're not really supposed to, and that's part of the reason why you got chosen to be sent on this mission.
That's fair. That tracks.
I've played Flip the Hanar before. Is that any different?
Oh, and Kindler.
And I thought
What
What happens when their legs just swimming in the air? They're on their back.
I've tried to flip them before, and they won't. They right themselves in the air.
Well, you gotta put a lot of torque into the forearms, I find.
Aurelia's like holds out like her shotgun. She's like, okay, show me. Like, what's the proper Hanar flipping technique?
Right.
We break elevator show.
Oh, blip.
Brack does it.
Physics
The
are
game
clear.
glitches. Well, that's weirdly meta. Sorry. So as right before you can say this, you hear a
into the elevator.
doom. Welcome to binary. And
Memories.
yeah, and this soothing sorry voice just cuts off in a garble of static, and the doors open.
I can literally
Along-
hear that in my head from the game.
Yeah, it's so bad it's burned into my skull. The doors open, and there's a long hallway, about 50 or 60 feet, and it seems like it continues to descend slightly downwards with dim orange lighting. The walls carved directly out of the rock of this asteroid, faintly shimmering with iron particles in this silica. At the far end of the hall, there's another door, and what appears to be a camera over said door.
Well, I can take care of that. I'll shoot the camera.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Let's see. I have a plus.
You guys are about as subtle as a brick to the face, and I love it.
I was gonna say,
That's how
we're
I
not
play my
trying
shepherd,
to,
too,
We're not
so-
trying to stealth, right?
Stealthing is no fun. Besides, I
mean-
can't really do it.
True to the game. Can anyone stealth in Mass Effect?
Well, I played an infiltrator, and yes, you can. But it's really more like punching people in the face and then disappearing.
Yeah.
It's less stealthy and more like, ha! Fuck you, you can't see me.
Yeah.
What'd we get?
13.
Yeah, you can shoot an inanimate object. What gun are you using?
My my shotgun, which is an M23 katana.
Hell yes. Good standard, good, all the Terminus mercs love it. It's real easy, it's good, it puts big holes in people. All right, so the camera
Tried and true.
Tried and true. The camera disintegrates,
Isn't it?
and nothing else seems to happen right away.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually am proficient at stealth, and I think that is definitely her style, the punch and hide.
well,
What do you...
I'm expecting the welcoming committee, so better get to the welcoming part.
I think
As
Blip is
one
sending
does.
guillotine on ahead down the hallway.
What is Guillotine's passive perception?
Oh, funny you should ask, because that is a real thing that he has. 9.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's not much
He
better
doesn't
than mine,
have
which is
real
10.
eyes.
I can always fix him.
It's true.
All right, I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, it's not a thing that's on here. That's unhelpful. It's a 10.
No, it's a 9 for guillotine. It's a 10
Oh, it's a 9 for guillotine. I need guillotine to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, he can do that.
Maddie's face. Just see Maddie reacting on mute.
I'm just checking to see if there's something specific about throws and savings throws, but I don't see that that's true. 15.
Nice.
All right. What is Guillotine's shields and health?
It mirrors my own, I think, if I understand this correctly. Let me find out. The base is 13, but let me double check if I give it a bump. Because I do think that I do. Gains variety of benefits when it's linked to me. It has lost its vulnerability to lightning damage, which I think is the... Oh, it uses my proficiency bonus. And adds its proficiency bonus to its AC. So, okay, it actually has a 15 AC.
All right. Well, that's not what I was looking for. It has a 15 AC. Okay, but what about its shields? Shields and HP.
That... Give me 1 second. I'm literally doing this piecemeal.
No, I got you.
Shield is 10.
All right. So Guillotine's shields almost go down as there is an explosion triggered by its passing. And it appears some sort of mine has just been detonated.
Found the mine.
And
Good job, Guillotine.
I take the I actually take the heavy pistol that I got that I can't really use. I just say, "Oh," and I just chuck it down a similar trajectory down the hall and see if I trigger another one.
There is a second mine that detonates.
I'm sorry, I heard mime that detonated.
What
No,
happened?
I'm not Liza. I'm not putting a mime in my damn game.
Oh. So, how long is this hallway?
20 meters.
And how many mines would you say have been detonated?
Now I can't stop
Like-
hearing mimes.
How many?
You're welcome.
How many meters of mines? Like, how much meter of hallway?
How many John Cocteaus? Wait. How many Marcel Marceaus
Conversion.
can we fit down this hallway?
About 15.
Well, okay, how much of the hallway is undetonated? I think that's the question.
5 feet. 5 meters. Fuck.
All right, 5 meters. Vastly different measurements.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Welcome to our
Right?
trash show.
This is what you
high
get
art.
when you ask me to DM, guys.
Can I walk down the hallway and then charge over the last mine?
yes.
Oh no!
Yes. Yes, you can.
I look back and I say, "Hey guys, watch this."
Put your barrier up before you go?
I guess, how long was the elevator ride? Was it longer than a minute?
It was definitely that fucker was like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And you went like 1 floor.
Well, barrier is a bonus action.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, I know. I just, I have 2 uses of barrier. Yeah, I'll activate my barrier and charge, I guess.
We're gonna kill some shit whether it wants to die or not. We'll find a fight.
Wise words. We're gonna kill some shit whether it wants to die or not. That's our motto.
Desolation
That's on
Squad.
all of our business cards.
If
Well,
we
it's
can't
funny-
kill it, it's immortal.
It's funny that you should mention that. So as you biotic charge down the hallway, the door opens. And there is a large creature about the height of Brack standing in the doorway. It's strangely it's quadrupedal, but its upper body seems extremely elongated and has this strange avian features covered by a mask. And I need everybody to roll me a history check.
Oh, Boise.
Ooh, natural 20.
Can my drone roll it? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. Guillotine will know but can't answer.
Guillotine always knows.
5 for me.
That tracks.
Yeah.
And Marcy and
12.
Maddie, what'd you get? 12 and...
Ew.
Wow. Arena, I think maybe you paid a little bit more attention to the news feeds then. Very recently, an embassy from the Citadel Council was sent to a species that has been largely unknown up until this point. That they were introduced to Citadel space by the Elcor. And this, you think, based on the description, this might be a Reloi.
A Reloi?
So also I posted a link in the Twitch chat to my favorite art that I've found. They've never been pictured in the game franchise, but they are canon.
Deep lore.
Deep lore.
Oh, damn. That is a big bird.
I think
It's a
that's
big
a
bird.
Reloi.
And that big bird is carrying an M76 Revenant rifle.
That's a Skeksis.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I tell everyone. That big bird, I think it's a Reloi.
It means nothing to anybody else except for Guillotine. I just decided Guillotine knows, but won't say anything. And it opens its mouth, and there's this strange croaking noise as like the translators clearly don't work quite properly. Like they haven't had time. This is such a out intruders, you are not welcome here. What is your business?
I think my translator is malfunctioning. Is anyone else?
You
Is anyone else getting
the creature racks the slide on this this very large light machine gun.
Oh no! Okay, and I would like to. Cock my
You are
shotgun.
the only person that's anywhere near here. By the
I
way,
see. Oh, okay.
because you
okay, I
biotic
understand.
charged right up to this.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Aurelia is really not one for communication. She's gonna turn around and shout back, I think we have been discovered! And I guess biotic charge at this person again? It's a cantrip!
Go ahead.
Yep.
Commence the charging.
My goodness, diplomacy.
Roll a dex save, DC 12.
That they succeed.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, I think I just bounce off them.
Yeah,
Wink.
this is a big bird. And so you have chosen death.
Yeah, you just start hearing the gong gong dong 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 of Brack just charging up with a shotgun.
All right.
Welp indeed.
Welp indeed. Let me find the information I need. Why don't we roll some initiative? If you guys want to post your rolls in the Zoom chat, that would be
I can do that.
Oh, that makes
We'll
sense.
also announce them for the sake of our listeners.
Big fat 7
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
me.
right. Other people are watching.
I'm in trouble.
I got a 7.
5 for me. Oh no!
That'll be a 21 for Blip, and for Guillotine.
That one for Aurelia, which honestly I feel is karmic. It's deserved.
Wow.
Oh,
And
guillotine,
what did,
no.
What did Guillotine get?
A 4.
Oh no.
So you know that
We'll have
TPK
it
we
do.
came here for is about to happen.
Hey, I rolled high.
It's
Oh
just
my
you, man.
gosh.
It's just you versus that.
What is that? That's Arena and then Brack and then Guillotine and then Aurelia. Wow.
Listen,
All right,
whatever
guys.
doesn't kill me quite literally makes me stronger.
Let's find out about that not killing part. All right, dope. Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw. Everyone.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Oh boy.
And don't forget your danger sense.
What the shit? Okay, I'm sorry. This die is retired. Okay.
Is this an effect I can see?
Oh, you can. You have a
Okay.
front row view.
Uh-oh.
Let me know when you're ready for me to hit you with those sweet numbers.
Hit me with those sweet numbers.
What's the DC?
20?
What? Yeah, I was like, what's the DC? We can
Wouldn't
just tell you
you
whether
like
we
to
pass
know?
or fail. A 12 for me.
It's higher than a 12.
Okay, so if you're below a 12, you failed.
Is it a 13?
Nope.
20.
Damn it.
All right, that's 20. All right,
Not a
so
six.
what does Guillotine get?
Oh, shit, I forgot. 1 second.
Don't die, Guillotine.
Guillotine. It's a 14?
A 14? A 14 will pass. 14
I really
meets.
need Guillotine
It
to
was a 14.
survive this.
What was that y'all were saying about it? Just like gonna
So
be me?
basically, Blip and Guillotine are going to be fine. All right, cool. The rest of you take 10 points of damage. Subtract from your shields first, as it is
Fuck,
kinetic
I don't-
damage.
Can you explain how the regen works for shields?
So basically, when you have on a short rest, a long rest, but also anytime you aren't in combat for a minute, and I believe there is things for disengage, hide, and taking full cover. I think you may have to do
It regens.
for the disengage, hide, and full cover. You may have to do like an engineering check or something.
Got it.
By the quick question, what effect does Metagel have in terms of like dice to roll and that sort of thing?
2d4. I wrote it down. It's 2d4 plus 2.
It's a
Okay.
healing potion.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I'm actually looking at the rolls if it says if it has to be in. I'm assuming.
Can you look up the shields thing? Because I don't have time to look that up, and that's a thing. All right, dope. As that
My
happens,
barriers go down and my shields shatter.
Oh shit.
oh, do you
Wait,
take any damage?
I don't take any damage, but I lose my shields and my barrier.
Do you not
Well-
get ticks for your barrier?
I believe you take the ticks off as you remove one barrier
Yeah.
tick. I
Yeah,
see. You don't keep removing them. We're learning here. Okay, so my barriers don't go down, and I do take damage.
It reduces the barriers, reduce the damage.
Yes.
Shields are basically
Yes.
temporary HP.
Yes.
Barriers reduce damage.
Yeah, we're
I take
1d8.
9.
Okay. Medigel, as an action, use a Medigel pack on yourself or a willing creature within 2 meters.
Nice.
Well, that's not going to be relevant just yet because everybody has to make me a something roll.
Again?
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker!
He had
We're
a much
gonna
higher
die.
initiative.
I need to look up how flashbangs work.
Oh shit! All right.
I'm looking up for shield rules.
My Chrome is frozen. That's cute. There we go.
Yeah.
I think that might be I think it's a combat ability. I'm making stuff up in case you guys hadn't realized that. Because it's a Ralloy and that's dope. Yeah, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
From everybody.
The relevant thing for shields is your shield points regenerate completely when combat has ended for at least 1 minute.
Yeah, there's something else though, right?
It's short rest, short rest, long rest, or when a combat has ended for at least 1 minute.
Gotcha.
I'll put the link if there's anything else specifically, but that's the regen issue.
Okay, so I have to do a con save? Is that what's happening? All right.
Yeah, I need a con save.
That'll be a 19.
8.
Come on,
This one is also retired.
Oh my god.
18.
And Maddie?
Right, me. 14.
All right, just Brack is blinded. And
Oh, I'm
the,
not blinded. Yes.
yeah, so and the creature steps back and hits a panel next to the door, and the doors begin to close.
Oh shit. Okay.
I would like to, if I'm still, was I knocked prone by any effect?
You were not knocked prone. No.
Okay, then I would like to, if I can.
Yeah, I mean, whose
charge
turn is it,
forward.
I guess, in the initiative order?
Oh, right, it's initiative. Right, yeah.
Yes, it is. Is that the last one? Which one's the right one? It's Blip's turn.
Right. Because I rolled a 1. Right. What am I doing?
If Flip is seeing this door close, I like to hack it so it jams.
Ooh. Okay. Make me an what is that? Engineering?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, make me an engineering check. To keep it from closing. Interesting.
That's gonna be an 18.
Nice.
You definitely slow the closing of it. It's still closing, but it seems to be working at like 0.25. So instead of being like shoomp,
Enough for
it's like,
somebody to get a shot in there before it shuts.
boom.
I'll take it.
That's the highly technical term, kids. All right. The bird person steps back and starts, and you see them step backwards, still holding the assault rifle, but just moving backwards into what seems to be a pretty large space now that you can actually get an eyeball on it. A very cavernous space, in fact. And Arena.
Okay. I'm still at the kind of the end of the hall, I'm assuming.
Yeah, everybody else was at the end of the hall except for, I believe, Oriella and Brack.
Okay.
Oh, was Blip riding Brack or no?
Not since the last combat.
Not in close quarters. Definitely not.
Can I see the...
Yes, I slowed the door shutting. You have line of sight.
Do I have line of sight against a creature?
You do have line of sight. Yes.
Okay, all right. I will go
Thanks
ahead.
to Blip's hack.
Thanks, Blip. I have to pull up the spell. Because I want to describe what it does. All right. I will growl, and I will release a lance of energy at the creature. And I will try to hit it. It's a 50-meter range, so...
Go ahead and make me a ranged spell attack.
All right. Does a 16 hit?
Does a 16 hit? What an interesting question. On this creature I just made up. A 16 does hit.
Sweet. Okay. It takes 3d8 plus 3d8 plus 3.
Oof. Holy shit.
Force damage. Yeah.
Get it!
All right, so that's 8 plus, I need one more d8. 8 plus 6, so 14 plus 3.
All right. Yeah,
damage.
it's you see its shield just catastrophically fail. And it takes a decent chunk of damage.
And then as my bonus action, I would like to engage my barrier.
Hoorah. All right. Brack, you're blinded.
Yeah. I am going to do, blind or not, I am going to do what every Krogan does best and charge forward like a massive shield of meat. And I am going to, can I try to basically put my shoulder into where the door is?
Yes. Grapple the door.
Yeah.
This is going to be a strength check, really, but
Okay.
I'll allow athletics.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, non-garbage die. Okay, 19.
You are able to get in between the door.
Excellent.
My
And you're
God,
able
this
to
door's stats are off the charts.
Well, it's more that Brack is unideally positioned because he's doing this blind. And you don't get shot right away, which is convenient.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're still blended. Do you want to do anything else other than try to push this door back open?
I think that's going to be, I think the best way for my compatriots to move forward, at least until I can get sight again.
Well, it is a certain someone's turn. And that certain someone is Guillotine.
Yes.
Yes! Oh,
Googly eyes away.
quick question. Do I make a
Yes.
save at the end of my turn again or no?
No.
Okay.
This is not a repeating effect.
Well, shit. All right, go ahead.
It's not as bad as you think it is. Guillotine. Googly eyes.
Yep. Just trying to remember where things are.
The turret's name should be Googly Eyes.
It's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god, you can buy those ones that are like the size of a fucking paper plate. Just put it on like a fucking artillery piece.
I like to think that Blip has a collection of googly eyes that she puts on all of her little knickknacks. She finds them delightful. That being said, this googly-eyed boy is going to find the small window between Brack, the door, and Big Bird and fire a shock attack.
All right, go ahead and make that shock attack. Let me get it.
My special boy! That's
Oh, no.
natural 20.
What?
Yes.
Yeah!
Wow.
Team mascot. Team leader. Team leader.
He's my special boy!
Go ahead and roll double damage.
Guillotine's like the only functional character.
Oh my
Blip is pretty functional.
Blip is pretty functional.
10 whole points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guillotine!
There are smoking feathers and a squawk of outrage. You dare.
Outrageous squawks. Man, I don't want to deal with an angry bird. Just in life.
Like
I don't.
a space emu.
Yeah, I was literally thinking of an emu.
It's a
I was thinking of the. Also, remember the emu war that the emus won?
That they won. Oh god.
like a space cassowary.
Also, I was told that apparently we Americans say that word wrong.
Emu?
It is an
Emu?
emu.
Emu.
So it's not like a moo cow, it's like an emu.
I know, they're weird.
It's like-
Aussies are weird.
And
I stand
emu.
bad, I said, if you're watching.
I feel so bad for the emus with ennui. Anyway.
It doesn't matter because this goose is cooked.
Yeah. Well, it's cooking. It's cooking. We'll try cooking.
We're gonna get a stew going. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god. Why did I agree to this? Ariella.
All right. It's me. Okay, so the door is open. Bird is being attacked. You know what? I am just gonna charge. And a fun thing that I have, instead of taking a second first level spell or learning a second first level spell, I instead took the advanced version of Biotic Charge, which allows me to regenerate my barrier, which is good because I need it. So, okay. I'm going to Biotic Charge, regen my barrier, 2 barrier ticks, okie dokie, and they're gonna have to, the bird will have to make a a DC 12 dex saving throw.
So you blast through this tiny space that's been left open by Brack holding the door open.
Yes.
This is a trust exercise. There's a lot of fire like passing right between Brack.
Yes.
That's awfully close to
I
the
like
quads.
swan dive. Is Brack still holding the door open with his body?
Mhm.
I would like to swan dive between his legs. And I'm gonna say, watch your quad. You know, Krogan have 4 testicles. It is called a quad.
Amazing.
Now you know.
Oh man, and knowing is half the battle? I don't know.
Indeed.
Is that how that
Twice the battle?
Okay, then.
Move on.
I'm broken.
So,
I'm breaking.
anyway, do they make the dex save?
What is the dex? Dex save is 12.
12.
They do.
Damn it. Someone just fall to my biotic charge. Okay, that's fine. Nothing happens. But as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Biotic Slash, which gives me an extra 2d8 to melee weapon attacks for the next minute.
Nope.
So if they're alive in a minute, I will kick their ass. But for now, I will sit. Because I don't think I can use my Omni Blade on the same turn, because I already took charge as an action.
I believe that is
Right? That sounds
I believe that's true.
cool.
Balance wise. All right.
Fire Flash does detonate, so if somebody primes, I'll kick their butt.
So first off, Blip notices no, you definitely notice something, and possibly Arena as well. I think the other two are too far away and too surrounded by explodey things. There is a brief garbled squawk on the communicator that you were given by the pilot of the Mantis pilot, and it just says, and you kind of make out the reedy voice of the Solarian pilot, and they just say, there's something coming.
Oh damn.
I turned to Blip. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
We can't get back ship while here.
They're gonna leave without us.
And then over hidden loudspeakers in these walls, you hear a deep, droning voice. Irritated. Why have you come into my establishment?
God,
This is very rude.
of course it'd be a fucking Elcor.
I love Elkhorn. Elephant boys.
Oh my god.
You will be permitted, menacing tone. You will be permitted to leave. This is your last opportunity.
Sarcastically. Here for kill. For money. Too bad.
Miffed voice. Well,
Hey,
violence was always the answer.
are you Kalena?
Deceptive voice. No.
Cool.
Oh, guys,
Wait,
I don't think
can I
Kalena's
roll
here,
to see if I
so-
believe it?
Roll an insight check with advantage.
Good, because at first it was a 2.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, the second one was a 3.
Oh my
Who
god.
cares? 6.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yup. You're pretty sure that that's not Kalena.
I think we have to keep looking.
Blip gives you the most exasperated look that a Vorcha is capable of giving.
I'm imagining spikes waggling.
Yeah, like my row of very sharp teeth are all just like.
Well, I came all this way and I'm gonna kill something. I don't care if it's Kalena or not.
Wise. So wise.
It is the Reloy's turn. Oriella, what is your AC?
14.
Dope. Wow.
Oh no.
The universe doesn't really like you.
But I do.
That's fair. Guys, I mean, I don't know. She says that's not Kalena, so.
So you got 14 points of damage coming at you.
Okay. Well, I can at least my barrier will take a D8 away from that.
Hey, that's
So 6. So 8.
It's not
I'm
bad.
down to
Not bad.
8.
The creature just kind of gives a angry hiss, like you were permitted to leave once. It is no longer an option, and is going to use a bonus action and activates tech armor. So glowing holographic armor springs up all over the place. And then several other identical figures also appear in the space adjacent to it.
Oh boy.
Guys, I think we might die.
We gonna die.
Hey.
Guys, you want to know how many hit points I have? Who wants to guess?
So it's tech armor?
Oh, wait.
It is tech armor.
I'm gonna say.
I have this many hit points left.
What? Oh, come on, guys.
There is a slight impact and the whole asteroid shakes. And all three of these giant bird images kind of look up and alarmed.
That wasn't was that supposed to happen?
You don't think that was the thing that was coming, right?
I think it is. But I don't know. I don't know these things. Could be wrong.
Anyways, nothing's wrong here. It's Blip's turn.
So it's tech armor, right?
That it is.
Yeah, hack it!
It's hackable.
Can you just hack it to compress?
Let me specifically find out for you, actually.
Just go, your anaconda don't want none with the armor.
Hacking. I'm looking up specific rules for this.
What?
I've got AI hacking, I've got hacking
Squeeze
tools,
it-
heavy
squeeze
weapon
it out
hack.
of the armor.
It's like toothpaste. Oh
Let
god.
me actually look up.
It's
Tech
Angry
armor.
Space Emu toothpaste.
I don't think I can do that, but I might be able to short circuit it for a round. Here we go, tech armor.
There we go.
Oh, it has a defense oriented AI. That is a shame. Let's hack it. I can hack like that. That's all I can do is like systems. So if
All
it
right.
didn't have a system attached to it, I wouldn't be able to do this.
All right, so
now I
go
might be
ahead.
playing fast and loose with their terminology, but that's what it says.
I will allow this.
Engineering roll again.
Yes. This is probably going to be a hard one, but
Natural
oh god
20.
damn it.
No, it's not a natural 20, but that doesn't matter because it's a 23. I went to college.
Fortune College.
That's 4 years. That's a long time for a fortune.
A lifetime.
True.
The armor explodes.
In the meantime, you've got us this one believing that the Encore was actually telling the truth.
Not to blow out the mic with that one, but I was very surprised by that result.
I'll roll 2d12.
What? The D12?
Yes. I love
We've
the
never-
D12.
Ever rolled a D12 before, but I have so many. Guys, this
I
is a
realize my
historic
dice are
moment.
very appropriate for Mass Effect.
This is amazing.
I love that.
Those
Those are
are-
nice.
That roll sucked, but that's fine. It's a 5.
Well, that's good. Because, hey, Aurelia.
Oh,
you
no.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Can I see the effect?
Yes, you can.
Yes, danger sense. Sense that danger, girl.
15?
15 was the thing I just arbitrarily set. Yeah. You're gonna take 2 points. You're gonna take 2 points of force damage.
I'm almost disappointed because I imagine Aurelia like flying through the air, D-Res playing in the background. Like, I deserve this.
My heart. And
What?
Wait, who's
I
going?
thought I unplugged something important.
No, you're fine.
I was like, oh god, everything might fall apart. Anyway, yes. So the creature is now pretty severely wounded, unfortunately, because having your tech armor explode on your face is bad, and both of the other holographic projections have kind of crackle and fade. The voice comes over the speaker once again. Weasley, could I perhaps interest you in a bargain? How much are you being paid? Sorry, I didn't do the Elcor voice at first. How much are you being paid?
Does anyone know the answer to this
How
question?
much are we being paid, Hopper? I think Blip would know that.
It's more like you got told to go a place and do the thing, and money.
Payment was never
50K.
specified.
I will pay you twice, not specified.
50,000 credits
50K.
is what
Yeah,
I'm being
50.
paid. 50,000 is what I'm
Each.
being paid. Each. 100,000 credits each.
Do you...
Not Kalena.
Quizzical voice. Do you understand how numbers work?
I do. Yes.
Yes.
Roll deception.
That's a natural 5. Read
A
it
big
and
5.
weep.
Amused. I will negotiate with the Vorcha, as unusual as that is. I'm doing
That's
a
rude.
bad Elcor voice.
For to say, pay all money you have or die. It strike Blip as we hold all cards in this situation, I think his phrase.
I don't think you hold this. Oh, wait, fuck.
I don't think
Slightly arrogant voice. I do not think you hold all the cards in this situation. The longer you dally, the sooner we will all die.
What is coming?
Do you not know who protects this facility?
Kalena?
Surprised voice. Wow.
It's Arya, isn't it?
And as that moment dawns on Blip, and probably only Blip, there's the Elcor goes to speak again, and there's a burst of static through the loudspeakers, and I cannot do this justice because the voice actress who did Arya T'Loak is fucking incredible, but you hear what is very distinctly the voice of Arya T'Loak. I believe there's only one rule in Omega, and I believe all of you know it.
Oh shit!
You're in my house, and all of your compatriots, bosses, squabbling little brats who think they know better should know it as well. Don't fuck with Arya.
Weren't we hired on Omega?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
This was the setup!
Oh shit!
But where's Kalena?
Fucking Archangel! Fucking Archangel! Fucking Archangel!
Exasperated
That sexy,
voice.
devious bastard!
I am Kalena. I have deceived you.
Oh,
human.
good one. That was a good one.
What? And Kalena, that's Kalena?
There is misunderstanding. Thought we were hired for a job for Omega.
So you guys are all from different gangs. You were hired to kill Kalena. You were not given other information, and you have run afoul of backroom dealings. I think that Blip can probably figure this out, even if nobody else can. Your gangs wanted you to kill this person because they helped Archangel. This person is under the protection of Arya Talok, which is why.
Wait, so this person is actually working for Archangel.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What a
does
complicated web we
does
weave.
Blip know this? Does
You were
does-
specifically told that this person is related to Archangel.
and does
yes.
and does Blip know how much Arya dislikes Archangel?
Roll me a insight check.
Yeah.
I mean, he has tried to kill her multiple times.
Yeah, I know. But it's more how
Oh,
much
God.
does Blip know about the politics on Omega to try
I
to
think that the rest of us are like
to try to get us
cleaning
out
our
of this
ears with our
situation.
guns.
That's a 19.
I think, oh my
Fucking Blip.
God, the one functional person in this entire party. I think Blip would know that, would know enough about that, but also it's entirely possible that it's extremely unlikely that Arya would not know that this person was working with Archangel.
So maybe our bosses got fed false leads?
So for all her,
Eclipse has been trying to kill me. I know something about them. And that's probably why they sent me here.
Yeah, yep.
That's like part of her background, actually. That she
They
knows
want
a
you
secret.
dead. They sent you
that they
on a
want me dead.
suicide mission.
Oh.
They want to silence me.
Condescending tone. It seems that you are all over your heads in water. That is
you-
a reference to water.
You don't work for Archangel then. Does Miss
I-
Talok know that we had intel that you did?
I do not think that she particularly cares.
Is she still on the line?
You haven't heard any response to her. It seems likely that her voice was hacked into the intercom
it.
system.
so for all of my not smarts, Aurelia is quite insightful. Is there a chance she would have a flash of insight and would be able to whisper to Blip, could you Blip, could you hack Arya back in and we'll get Kalena to talk about Archangel.
Blip smiles with all of her teeth. And I'm going to try to patch in like some, basically, I'm putting this on speakerphone.
Oh God, you're gonna make me do
While
more
that's
Arya.
happening,
I'm gonna
I'm
try
trying
to-
to take a
yeah.
Metagel and just suck on it.
Oh yeah, can I do that too?
I'm picturing those gel, those like
The goose from
marathoner-
when you marathon, yeah.
Yeah.
Blip, as she's punching in the numbers for that, whispers to Aurelia and is just
I'm killing 2 of them.
get hit talking. And I guess I'm making a hack roll.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna make a hack roll. This isn't insane since you can already find Arya's comm information in the system, but the question is, are you gonna be able to get her present?
Well, it's more like I'm patching in anything we're saying here into her comms.
Mm-hmm.
and with the option that she can speak onto mine if she chooses to.
Out of your Omni tool. Gotcha.
Right. But it's
Yeah,
like
that
I'm
seems
trying to
doable.
get words like incriminating it. I'm planting a massive wire in the system.
All right.
17.
17 will do it. What do you say?
I'm just I was the hacker I asked.
I'm in. I'm in.
Oh, were you gonna say something, Brack?
Oh no, I'm
Sorry.
I'm I'm befuddled by all of this.
So, what do you think? You think, Kalena, are you still there?
Calm tone.
Query,
I cannot go
Kalena!
anywhere. Your
What do you think?
condescension is unwarranted.
Query, what do you think Arya would do to you if she figured out you were working with Archangel? Do you think she'd let us go?
Nervous voice. I suspect it would involve vivisection.
I'm just like, I'm a little, I'm not the brightest. So, I guess I'm just wondering, do you think if we somehow were to tell Arya that she would, do you think she would let us live?
Brack is. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Brack would like to make an insight roll to see if he understands exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's time for Arena to do that too.
Comprehension rolls. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Go ahead and roll me some insight checks.
I got
All
a
right. That's an 18.
10.
You know what? I'll say that's enough. That's enough for both.
Okay.
Okay. At which point, am I still wedged between the door and can I still not see?
No, you can get out from the door.
Okay.
The Ralloy is still currently on the ground, pretty badly injured, but alive, and has made no move towards the its weapon.
Okay. I am going to kick the weapon away from the body from the Ralloy while I listen to what's going on and just kind of bite
Let me
my
get a
tongue.
perception check from you.
Absolutely.
Brack.
Three.
How many dice are in jail over there?
It's more jail than dice.
I ran out and I had to grab one out of jail.
Could I give Brack the help action?
For perception, probably not.
No.
So what?
Huh?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't catch my audio cut out, so I didn't catch what you are perceiving.
It's okay. I don't know either.
Oh, okay. I thought if it had to do with like Kalena, like Aurelia would be making it really obvious. But if you didn't know.
All right. What was the last question that got asked? Somebody asked to Kalena.
I asked, do you think Arya would let us go if we somehow told her that you were working with Archangel?
Humorous voice. You work for her competitors and have entered her territory. Do you think she would let you go?
She let you live and you work for her competitor too, I think.
Vorcha see and hear
Right?
everything on Omega. You not see or hear us. Archangel big problem on Omega. Bringing lots of little gangs together. Big problem for you. Big problem for Aurelia. Big problem for Arya and all of us. Archangel, too much of a crisis soon on Omega. Blip think.
What they said.
Arya, smart. Know which way wind is blowing. Blip
Puzzled
think.
tone. Do
Blip
you
think
really-
that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, puzzled tone. Do you? I don't know why I have to do this for this to get the voice. It's like I programmed myself.
There you go.
Puzzled tone. Do you believe that you will be allowed to live despite that?
Miss Claw, what do you think?
Well, this is all very interesting, and and I think this has now been patched. Even though you only patched her voice into your Omnitool, it's once again coming through the intercom systems, which is troubling, to say the least. I think that I have an unruly bunch of children that can't follow the most simple of commands and rules. I think I don't need to do anything except for wait for my team to finish breaking through and kill you all. You have no bargaining chips. Kalena, I'm so disappointed in you. Rueful tone. It is nothing personal.
I think Blip still talks through her comm unit. Blip not like other Vorcha. Blip smart. Could use someone who knows exactly what's going on in all of the darker corners of your station. Blip figured you out.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
I'm not good at those guys, so I need a Hail Mary. Here it comes.
Oh boy.
You got this.
Nope, I don't.
Oh no.
That's a 4.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm a Vorcha.
Wait. Could I maybe give Blip the help action by saying to Arya, she managed to hack into your comm systems, Miss Arya, ma'am. I'd say a team like us is valuable.
We're really good at killing things.
Exceptionally.
And hacking.
But mostly killing.
All right. One more shot with persuasion. I especially like the fact that everybody got up in that.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
Okay.
You make an interesting point, little Vorcha. And I suppose if it's my mistake, I'll only have to wait a couple years. And it won't be a problem anymore.
As soon as Brack hears that, he goes, "Oh."
Oh no.
She's calling us all old.
She's
at
specifically
death's
calling
door.
Blip out. Because she's stone cold, baby. Very well. If you want to if you want to live, kill Kalena.
I fire the shotgun at the downed Rayloy first thing as soon as I hear
Hell
that.
yes, take a renegade point.
Yeah.
You can describe how you murder this rare species.
Elena, where are you?
As soon as I hear that, I just look down at the guy at the Rayloy. I just whelp, and I just pull the trigger.
Deceitful voice. I am outside of airlock 3.
Man, there's just no
Don't believe Elena.
there's just no strategy here. She's always telling us exactly where she's gonna be.
You are in. Once you actually get a chance to look at this space around you, you're in this large cavernous space that's been hollowed out in the center area of the asteroid. But it seems like most of it is. There were other passages. This was clearly severely damaged at some point in the past, and there is one area that is still lit up. It doesn't seem especially complicated. There's the only area with lighting, and it's straight ahead across this room. What do y'all do?
Hey, Blip, where should we go?
Hallway with light, good indicator.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna walk.
Grandma Vorcha pats you on the back like, yeah, you're doing your best. You got this. I believe in you.
You guys trundle on over there.
I have a question for you, Hopper. Does negotiating with Arya Talak give me any Paragon or Renegade points?
I would say probably not extreme enough. It's gonna give you fucking experience though. I mean,
okay.
Which, you know, if we ever do a real flight.
Well, yeah, down the hallway with the lights.
I mean, to be fair, like, also Paragon and Renegade points really have to build up. It's a super cool mechanic, actually.
Yeah, I'm just curious about it.
Yeah. Once you get 10, basically anything that you do to be a dick to people, you get a +1 in.
Ooh.
So like skill checks where you're like, I'm gonna punch that dude in the face, or I'm gonna throw that dude off a ledge. It's like, that's kind of Renegade. Or if you're like, I'm gonna push a person out of the way of danger, that's a Paragon move. And each 10 points of Paragon or Renegade you get equate to a +1. So at level, like, functionally, ideally, like, it's suggested that around level 20 is when you should get to 100 total points. You can have some serious bonuses.
All right, good to know.
It's a really cool. I really like the way they built that, kind of took that from the game into this. Anyways, moving on. There's a hall with lights. We are running close to our time, and I thank everybody for sticking around. There is a doorway. There's a door. It's locked.
I'd like to unlock it.
Is it a mechanical, like an old school lock, or a electric lock?
It's Mass Effect. It's an electric lock.
Why do I have thieves' tools?
I'm just gonna slap the rest of my Omni Gel on that. Just like very bored, just like.
It's just finger painting with tech gel.
Always with a smiley face.
So, I don't know if this is. I don't know if you can. If I can retcon this at all, but when I kill an enemy, I can use a bonus action to enter a mindless blood rage for a minute.
How do we feel about that? I kind of want to let him run.
I want to do it.
I love it.
One shot, baby.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that we're retconning this, and Brack has just been slowly losing his shit for like 12 seconds.
Yeah, like and just like that like kind of glowing fire effect that happens to all the Krogan in the game as soon as they like, yeah. And I think like you just put like Blip, you put the best possible like spin on this, like opening the door and just like, wow, this is my finest work. And then I just come barreling behind you, try like into the door as hard as I can.
I'm just in the. This is beautiful. The door breaks, like one half fully shatters, and then you just see Blip just kind of, Blip just goes boop boop boop, and then the door opens the rest of the way.
The other side of the door.
The mangled side of the door, goes and just bumping into it. And there appears to be a plush garden room on the far side of this space, and behind a desk, an Elcor sits. For those unfamiliar with the Elcor in Mass Effect, or those that just need a little refresher, they're very large quadrupedal creatures, kind of like, I don't know, vaguely horse sized, but they kind of look like elephants without trunks, and they've got little flaps. And they communicate via pheromones and micro expressions, which is why when dealing with other sentient species, they talk like this, and it's very bland but explanatory voice. This is how they talk. So they preface what they do. Anyways, there's your murder target. Have fun.
Yeah, I am an unstoppable force of Krogan nature. I just keep moving forward and must act offensively.
What's everybody else doing? You don't need to roll for shit. Just narrate how all this goes down.
Elcors can't be dexterous, right? Okay, sorry.
I will prime that shit at some point for my girl Aurelia.
Okay. Okay.
Once
dexterous.
Brax gotten ragey and like has moved a little bit out of the way. I've got other attacks too, but I think for flavor, let's just say there's gonna be a lot of priming.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Okay, so we're gonna do some priming, we're gonna do some raging, we're gonna do some biotic charging. Ow! I just hiccuped so hard it hurt. And what's Blip doing besides? Are you just letting them? You're just like opening the door and letting your
Blip like walks in
dumb grandchildren.
and she's got like guillotine coming up behind her, and she like taps things on her Omni tool, and the mangled door's shut, but it's mostly for show. And then she turns off the Omni tool. And like up until now, for the most part, like, I mean, yeah, she's been like hyperactive and feral, but like more rational and sane than most Fortune that you come across. And then you just hear like this like bzz, as the Omni tool switches into the full blade, which in my head looks like a hidden blade from like Assassin's Creed. And then she just smiles and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's all teeth. And she goes, "Okay, Blip done with tools now." Almost got Blip killed. Blip kill you. And she's gonna be using a lot of her bite attacks and melee weapons.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna paint a picture then, if you guys are cool with that. I think that you have Brack charging through, then you have followed by our other two dumb Vorcha grandchildren, and
My Vorcha grandchildren.
Arena casts creates this biotic charge on this unresisting Elcor, and causing its flesh to rend a little bit. It's really horrible. And then you just see Aurelia charging forward and then turning into just a streak of biotic energy, slamming into it, exploding. Brack, what weapons are you using?
Oh no, this is no longer am I using the katana. It's all Omni Hammer. So basically, where one person comes out with a blade, mine just comes out with this gigantic blunt instrument extending from my fore. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm 100% picturing this is you see Blip run up, get onto the Brack's left shoulder, and is just stabbing and biting as Brack's just like wailing. And then what is after this biotic charge, what is Aurelia doing as this Elcor is launched backwards off its massive ponderous legs? It's being wailed on by a Krogan, not on by a Vorcha.
I'm gonna stab that biatch with my biotic. I'm sorry, yes, my biotic slash that biatch with my biotic slash Omni Blade. So I guess I'm just gonna make an attack.
Yeah. You listen, at this point, there's no way.
Oh, I mean, I also have advantage. Yeah. Look, just
add to that my biotic punches.
And your bot. So this is just a brutal physical beatdown of this Elcor. And at the end, there is a copious amount of green blood splattered fucking everywhere over this previously very nice garden office. You just you don't hear anything from behind you anymore. and over Blip's Omnitool comes interesting. I'll be in touch.
Bye.
Desolation Station, y'all.
Oh my god.
I have to rework Aurelia because now I know how the game works and Turian Vanguard doesn't work.
I don't. I think Brack feels better having exercised that. Oh man.
How we feeling, y'all?
This was my finest work yet on an OC.
I love Flip.
This is great. This is fantastic for a first Flights of Fandom outing.
Such a fun.
Yeah.
I
playing
love
the Feral
Arena. I
Child.
love all of them. Especially, can't forget our Lord, our Master, the based god, Guillotine.
Yeah, Guillotine!
Let's just start a
My
call,
boy.
y'all.
Guillotine Squad!
All right.
Yes! Guillotine
Oh,
Squad.
I love it.
But in the interest of the fact that we are still on a live stream,
Yes.
All right.
hey, y'all, thanks for fucking watching with us. We really appreciate it. Flights of Fandom is so fucking dope, and we're able to bring you these amazing stories from different fandoms and explore these different worlds. And I hope everybody enjoyed that. This is my first time DMing on a live stream, so I feel like I produce trash. It's what I do, and I just hope it's good trash. But let's do some quick shout outs and where we can find us. Yeah, fuck yeah. And also, like, definitely if you want to see more of stuff like this, check us out every Tuesday. And I'm pretty sure I might be stabbed if I don't at least run one more of these by Maddie. Maddie might stab me.
Also, don't forget next week we have
Yeah.
a brand new flight launching,
We do.
We do.
and it's
You guys, so same time, 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to be embarking to another portion of our big universe, but it's in a galaxy quite far away. We are doing some Star Wars for y'all, and it's going to be amazing. I'm very excited to see how this goes down. That'll be happening for the next 6 weeks. So join us and get to know these characters well. That's the big news for Flights of Fandom.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing, and I am very excited about that. And then after that, we're gonna be seeing a little bit more of Mr. Zach here. In Flights of Fandom, and we are going to be deeply missing Maddie.
Yes, very much so.
Well, all of my classes are remote, so I will be watching while drawing remotely. Yay!
Yay! We'll have you spiritually at least.
Yeah,
we'll entertain you as you draw.
thank you. I do need entertainment.
There you go.
So let's do a quick. I'm gonna roll a d4. Boom! It's Pooja. Why don't you whatever the fuck it is when you're yelling about what your stuff is and where you
Okay, I will do some plugs. Hi, I'm Pooja. You can find me on the internet at Pooja on Twitter and at Poojaberwalkie on Instagram. You can find me here. Well, okay, the first thing you can find me in is next Monday, I will be on the Wandering DM channel playing Castle Falkenstein. Then next Tuesday, you'll find me here on Flights of Fandom playing the new Star Wars adventure. And then next Friday, you will also find me here playing Constantinople by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade campaign set in medieval Constantinople. And that's all I really should be doing with my time. No more games for me. But I'll see you out on the internet.
All right, fine. I'll keep rolling dice. You savages, Maddie.
I am Maddie still. In the future, I will be Maddie. Not here, but I'll be being Maddie elsewhere. You can find me on Instagram at Cellartator. You can check out all the art that I'll be doing. I'm just gonna do this because this is art. No, I will. You can check out all the art I'll be doing, and I will be back in the future when my class schedule does not directly conflict with Flights of Fandom. I'm so excited, so happy to have been part of this. Thank you, Hopper, for running this. It was a dream come true. I love Mass Effect. I have a tattoo of the Normandy on my arm. And please come back next week. Keep watching. These amazing people are so fun to watch, so fun to play with. And I will be tuning in, and you should too. And that's it. The end.
Marcy. I'm just
y'all?
rolling a D4, y'all.
I am Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, and as I said before, you can find us next week embarking on our next Flight of Fandom, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also catch me here every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing The Hole in the World, or Invisible Sun game run by our very own Zach. It is so much fun. Now is a perfect time to get all caught up with the shenanigans going on, because more will be coming your way very soon. You can catch me most places around the internet under the same username as here, Experimental Madness. And I think I want to start plugging this, but in my day job, I tell stories for a living and come up with crazy characters, literally for a living. And you can catch some of that work over at the app Radish, where we do serialized fiction. It's a lot of fun. If you love good campy genre and good campy romance, you got to check us out. Yeah, and that's it for my plugs today.
And I guess last but not least, I'll just say this was an incredible pleasure. Thank you so much, Hopper, for running the game. It was so much fun. I got to be the giant scaly boy of my dreams today. That was a really great feeling. In 2 weeks, I believe we're going to have our first season finale of The Hole in the World. And we will lead into something interesting after that. When I am not doing that every other Sunday, on the off Sundays, I am also starring in a D&D podcast by Roll for Insomnia, and you can find that at Roll for Insomnia at Podbean, the 4 for 4 there in the Roll for Insomnia. And last but not least, I guess look forward to when I get to come up with some fun flights at some special time in the near future.
For this chaos crew?
I can't think of a better pastime.
and then me, Fail Deadly. I can be found at Fail Deadly with a 3 instead of an E because I'm a bad person on most social media. I can also be found at The Legend Tree on stuff, where I post garbage that comes out of my brain. Similar to this is pretty indicative of my D&D style, where I just make shit up. I just make things up, you guys. And every Tuesday here, obviously, and then also I am also on Hole in the World. But you should totally come back next week so you can see my tiny little Rage Knight Templar Ewok.
Cannot wait.
All right. Is everybody good? We got any other shout outs? Or are we good to go?
Solid.
All right.
Thank you to everybody who watched and gave bits. First Friday
Yes,
Funk.
thank you.
What was it? The Artistically Inclined, as always. Kassam and everybody.
Mel, bits.
Yeah, Asmo Danikar, MacMouse4. Thanks so much for joining us.
A lot of new faces too.
Yeah.
It's we love
Hang
bringing
out
new
with us
people into
more,
the family.
everybody.
I know. We promise there will always be shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
always. But
They shunted us to this show because we're the crazy ones.
But it's a good crazy. It's a good crazy.
They know. They've been watching.
but be good and be safe and be kind to each other, yeah?
Stick around for the raid too.
And stick around for the raid.
Who will we be raiding?
We'll figure that out.
Mystery box.
Mystery.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, everyone.